In this lesson, we're going to look at taking care of our branding here. So we got the ID branding here, and it's essentially showing that image, that logo image. And right now it's messing up our, gotta update this. Right now it's still messing up how our menu is being displayed. So let's jump into that and find some air space down here and build this out. So we identified it as ID branding, so let's identify it within the CSS. And maybe we want to set a fixed width for it. So width of maybe 200 pixels. And I'll give it a height. So I'm going to give it a fixed height of maybe 50 pixels. And I'm going to float it to the left. Now, I'm going to actually take this image out of our CSS and I'm going to set a background image. And the reason that I'm doing this is because the background images are essentially, they're less intrusive than the styling image, and I can actually control it a little bit better with my CSS. So let's set this one as the background image. And no repeat. So this will make it that it's not going to repeat, and we're going to center and center. So essentially now it's not going to repeat, it's a centered image, and we know that our background has a certain size. So background size, and we had, I believe it was 200 pixels. So there we go. So now we know that it's actually sized properly within the background and presented properly. So now we're still missing some pieces to this puzzle, because it looks okay, but whenever we're resizing, we're dropping it below there. And this is something that we're going to take care of within the media screen. So let's still take a look through our code and see if there's anything else that's missing. And what we can do, what's a really neat effect within these one-page websites, is that we can do quite a bit of different background colors with these sections and so on. So I'm going to show you how to do that, how we can apply different colors to the background. So let's select our section, and we're going to use a pseudo element, so pseudo styling, nth child, and this allows us to select every other child within the section that's going to be even, and then apply styling to every one of those children. So now we can see that we're still on this grayish color, and because I've got this background gray, so maybe I don't want everyone to be gray. Maybe I want every other one to be gray, so that we have some kind of contrast and something is different happening there. So you see now, whenever we're scrolling between the sections, we've got our main section area, and whenever we scroll down, we see that we've got varying colors. So this is exactly what we want out of our web page, because we want to be able to present them as actual separate sections. So the users coming in and they're scrolling, well, we want them to be able to see that, okay, well, this is scrolled differently. And also, in regards to that, we can actually set specific images for each background. So what if maybe in the about area, or I'll take products right now, and if we want to set a specific background image to cover off that section, the product section, well, this is really easy to do. So let's go down here and identify that products and apply background styling. So much like what we did over here, where we took our background, and so now we've got it as no repeat. So we don't want it to be no repeat. So let's make some adjustments to these attributes. So we've got one that's called cover. So take a look at that when we go down to products. or we need to actually set cover separately. So I can do background, size, and cover. So see now that background covers that particular one. It's not really turning out that great, but it is covering that off. So maybe we can do a no repeat over here. Oh, and that should not be within that URL. So maybe that's what the problem was there. Jump back into the Lorem pixel, and I'm going to get another image here. So we set our Y to be 1000, so let's go by that, and maybe we can get a color image. So maybe we can use this one. Or this would probably make more sense in the About Me section. So now we can see how it's nice and neatly presented there. So each one of these sections could potentially have a different image, and we could use a number of different images as well. So maybe we want to set another image here, and maybe we want to do another one as city. So I'm going to copy image address, and I'm going to just paste that in there, and I'm going to put this one in that About section. So now our About has a nice city image, and so when we go back to About, we can see we've got that city image there, and actually, we had an image there as well that doesn't seem to be loading. So this is what I meant by that I want to actually separate out this sectioning where we've got the writing, because sometimes whenever you've got writing on top of an image, we don't necessarily see it as easily. So in the next section, I'm going to show you how we can update that, and that's coming up.